This is a video response to All Babies Are Atheists and others who have been doing videos on where they see they'll be in 5 years. To answer Glenn, some people might see that I'm sad about my future, even though it's probably pretty bright. A lot of people saying it's quite bright. I wouldn't say I'm sad, I'd say I'm afraid. Most of my visions of my future, my hopes, my aspirations, my fears, are around my career. I want to be an academic. Everything has been fairly carefully planned out. It has to be. It absolutely has to be. How I need to get there, what I need to do to get there. But at every single stage, basically, when I come to the end of a degree, there's been make or break hurdle. And I'm there again. I find out Friday after next whether I'll be accepted into the PhD program here. And I'm really scared because this is exactly where I need to be. This is exactly what I need to be doing to get what I want. To paraphrase the Australian teenage novel Looking for Ella Brandy, this is yet another stage of my life where it either rockets towards the sky or flushes down the toilet. And it seems to be, it's irrational, I know, but every time, at every stage, when I get closer to my goal, I mean, I've been at university 6.5 years now. It's not like I'm new at this. Every time I get closer to my goal, the further away it seems. I can't imagine myself as a PhD student, but hopefully that's what I'm going to be next year. So what does that take me in 5 years? Hopefully not studying anymore. I don't want another degree after the PhD. I'll have had 4 degrees, that's enough. Hopefully I'll be working as a postdoc, although if it doesn't work out, I'll go back and get another bloody degree. A postdoc is, as my understanding, is a temporary position. It's the first step to becoming an academic. And where will I do it? Probably in English-speaking country. It's, well, because English is my native language. The nature of my training means, for reasons I won't go into, probably not North America. So I'll probably be in the UK, Australia and New Zealand. Australia and New Zealand are easier because I'm Australian, but I'm not fast. Just wherever's the best place for me, wherever they'll take me, I suppose. It'll be a few years, I gather, although I'm not entirely sure of the system, before I'll then go on to a permanent position. I hope that, well, what I want to do with all of that, being a postdoc, I'm looking forward to my research being circulated, at least among the academic community. Hopefully my ideas will start conversations, will help other people, and that's another thing I want to do. I mean, I know I'm not studying to become a firefighter or a nurse or a teacher, but I want to help people. I've been given an enormous amount of help by my academic advisors in my time, and I'd like to repeat that process. I'd like to give what they've given to me, which is more than I can tell you. I am hopeful. I'm also scared shitless about all of this, because so much rides on what I'm doing now. There is lots to look forward to, though. It's not so true for my social life, my personal stuff. I really don't know what will happen in 5 years. I don't have a plan. I don't even have an image, really. I don't think about it too much, and just depressing. It's almost as if I'm resigned to my fate. Glenn said in the video I'm responding to that he's decided to find love. I commend him, but I've got no idea how I could possibly think that way. I don't know how to be assertive, in terms of people being interested in me. I don't know how to start that conversation. And even if I did, I'm not brave enough. I've experienced enough rejection and I just don't know where to start. So I have met people online. It's been both good and bad, but it's not something I want to keep doing. But if you think about how long it's been since I had a relationship that wasn't started online, 5 years. I'm 24. That's a long part of my life. It's almost as if people in real life, or at least people I deal with from day to day, don't notice me, don't notice my gender. Am I invisible? Am I brown on legs? I don't know. It's good sometimes. Like, I don't want to be giving an academic presentation and people think about the size of my ass. It's not appropriate. And so I'd say it's probably a net positive, but I'm not a brain on legs. It doesn't, it's not like I don't get lonely. Sometimes I get very lonely. But I feel powerless. I don't know what to do, how to fix it. Truth be known, I can't even imagine someone in my future. It's just based on my current experience. That does sadden me, but it's just the way it is. Actually, socialising in general is quite difficult for me. I'm quite passive in that regard. I don't know how to engage with people I don't know. I don't know how to meet new people, and people already have their social group set up, given I moved from Australia last year. I'm now in north of England. It's hard to break into that sort of thing. And I wish I didn't, but I do need that. I am working on it, I must say. So, even though I'm trying to plan my future, my career, I suppose, everything's uncertain. I mean, it's even more uncertain with my social life, as you've seen. Next week decides everything, really. And it's out of my hands now. I've handed up the assignments, I've done the work. It's just, really, it's down to the external examiners. Next week decides whether in October of this year I'll be in England or Australia. In the longer term, I feel almost as powerless. Yes, it depends on me, it depends on my work, but it also depends on so many factors outside my control. The job market, in my case, the money that's put towards higher education, universities or faculty's interest in the specific area I'm studying, and how many other people are studying that area. I think, to come back to Glenn's question about why people seem sad about their future, I think it's insecurity. I really do. I think that, from what I've heard, people in the past did their training, got their job, had it until they retired. Now, it's just not an option. Also, there's a higher requirement for what people need to do to get certain jobs. My mum tells the story about where she grew up. If she'd have left school in year 10, it's about 15, she could have got a job in the steel mines. By the time she left school in year 12, they wanted a year 12 qualification, and it's only gotten worse. Now, for most jobs, you need a degree. Increasingly, jobs are asking for postgraduate qualifications, and I'll have gotten 4 degrees to get into academia, whereas even in the past, I mean, this is academia, they've always asked for more, but now I'll be getting 4 degrees as opposed to my supervisor probably only got 2. It's just the way it is, but there's more at stake. I've been at university for longer than, say, my parents. It's much more expensive, and there's no guarantees at the end of it. So, yeah, that's how you can be. You can have everything going for you, and yet be really sad or really scared. Thanks very much.